Hey everyone, today we're diving into tough and practical questions about Christianity. Whether you're curious, skeptical, or a believer with questions for fellow churchgoers, this one's for you. Let's get started. This is one of the most asked questions. If God is loving, why does he allow suffering? Here's the thing. Christianity teaches that God gave humans free will, and with that comes the ability to make choices, good or bad. A lot of suffering comes from human actions, like injustice or greed. But what about natural disasters or illness? Many Christians believe that suffering can have a purpose, like building character or drawing us closer to God. It's not always easy to see the bigger picture, but the Bible reminds us in Romans 8:28 that God works all things together for good for those who love him. Here's a question many Christians have wanted to ask. Why do Christians sometimes judge each other? Honestly, this is a big issue. The Bible tells us in Matthew 7:1, "Do not judge, or you too will be judged." Yet, it's easy to fall into the trap of criticizing how someone dresses, worships, or lives. Instead of focusing on appearances or minor differences, Christians are called to love one another and build each other up. So, if you've ever felt judged in church, know this: God sees your heart, and that's what truly matters. Another tough one. Is Christianity intolerant of other beliefs? Here's the honest truth. Christianity does teach that Jesus is the way to God, but Jesus also taught love, respect, and humility. He engaged with people from all walks of life, including those who didn't believe in him. Christians are called to share their faith, but never in a way that's forceful or disrespectful. In fact, true Christianity values listening and learning from others, even when there are differences. Another practical question I've heard from Christians is, why do churches talk so much about money? It's a fair question. The Bible talks about generosity and giving as an act of worship, but that doesn't mean you need to feel pressured or obligated. Churches use offerings to support ministry, help the community, and spread the message. If you're unsure where your money is going, it's okay to ask your church leaders for transparency. Giving is meant to come from a place of joy, not guilt. Here's a big one. How can Christians believe in miracles when science explains so much? Science and faith aren't enemies. They actually complement each other. Science explains how the world works, and faith explores why it exists. Miracles like Jesus walking on water or healing the sick challenge our understanding of the natural world. They're meant to point to something bigger, God's power and love. Even today, there are stories of unexplained healings and events that make people wonder if there's more to life than just what we can see. This is another one Christians often wonder about. Why are there so many denominations? The short answer is that people interpret the Bible differently. Denominations often arise from disagreements over traditions, practices, or theology. But at the core, most Christian denominations agree on the essentials. Jesus is the Son of God, salvation is through him, and we're called to love God and others. Instead of focusing on what divides us, we should celebrate what unites us. These are just a few of the tough and practical questions people ask about Christianity. And honestly, it's okay to have doubts and seek answers. Faith is a journey, not a destination. My hope is that today's conversation has given you something to think about, whether you're exploring Christianity or already on the journey.